This video is going to show how to build the cannery. This is where oyster shells get delivered to the robot to be taken back to base. It's a simple tilting platform. It's reasonably stiff, takes a little bit of pressure. We're going to start by building the tray. This is just assembled with some blue pegs, the long ones, noting that you feed them through the first and the fifth hole, and then snap them together to make one side, and then we'll repeat for the other side. Now we're going to insert the final piece in between them. You notice that we put the pegs in at one end, that it's right at the end, and the other end it's one hole in. Snap them together to make the whole tray. Now we're going to add some pegs for the side pieces. Notice these pegs go with the long end in first. That's right. And we leave one hole, put a peg in, leave another hole, put a peg in, two pegs, and then there should be one empty hole all the way at the end. You'll see I mess this side up when I get to the end. Wrong hole, Mr. Phil. Can't go in there because there's another peg on the inside. There we go. That's better. The next piece is the pivot point, and you notice this is a red peg with a fat end on it, which will let us put an axle piece in. So this is a blue piece with a plus side on one side and a round side on the other side, and that plugs in there, and there's our pivot. Now when these side pieces go on, make sure that the holes are facing up and down. You can put it in two ways, but only one way will work. Now we're going to put the little back pieces on the white pieces. So we're going to put in some more blue pegs to hold them in place. Notice we're putting these pegs in with the short end in first. Now when we put the back pieces on, you notice that the short leg of the L points towards the middle. There should be one gap between them. We're going to fill this gap. This is a little tricky sometimes getting these pegs to line up, but if you jiggle them a little bit, apply some pressure, they'll go in nicely. Moving forward here, I'm afraid I let the piece drop off the camera here a little bit. You'll have to bear with me. Anyway, we put in 4 pegs across the back to hold everything in place. So now we're going to make the cross braces that allow us to attach the side panels. You may not see them go in, but you'll see where they end up. If you look at the picture of the part at the end of this video, it'll give you the better details. We're going to snap in the side pieces, and you see there's 2 hole choices, and we're going to have the end of the tray that tilts up and down with the oysters sticking out past the end, so there's a gap at the back here. Then we're going to stick these cross braces in, 2 at the bottom, one at either end. And then 1 cross brace at the top to stop the tray from falling past the flat position. If you push it hard, it will fall off, just like I did there. But once it's snapped in there, it goes up and down. Now we're going to add the little black angle piece. Once again, this is hard to see here, I apologize, but we put the peg in and snap it into the purple piece. It's really only one place it can go. And so there we go. Now we're going to stick the extra plate on the bottom just to raise it up a little bit so that the table can fold down even further to make it easy to get pieces into your robot or into a tray. And there we have it.